Hey everyone, the last Shoegazer here, back with a movie review, this time of 1995's Carver's Gate. Recently showed this one in one of my Freaky Finds pickup videos this past week, and found this at Ollie's for like $1.99. I pop in there maybe like once a week just to see what random ones they might get from Mill Creek and just some random stuff that's either overstock or stuff they couldn't sell. This one I hadn't heard of until I saw it there. But yeah, I was just kind of taken by the cover here. The monster effects there that would potentially pop up in the film. Even the cover looks pretty 1980s cheesy, hokey, but for less than $2, I thought, I'll pick it up and give it a try. My overall impression of this one is that it's a pretty blatant knockoff of like Total Recall. Has a little bit of like a Blade Runner kind of feel to it, but a really, I would say, extra cheesy approach to all of that. It was a fun watch for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this if it's priced anywhere more than like $5. I'll show the back here. There's Carver. You can see he's called a dream breaker, and that's kind of where Blade Runner kind of came into mind. It definitely has some really cool effects there, definitely atmospheric at times. That's kind of what I was hoping for, just flipping this over. Especially the monster makeup and effects. I will give that, thumbs up. Any other downfall that this movie puts on the table, it definitely makes up for with the practical effects and the different creatures and evil beings that kind of come out of this, this dream world called the afterlife. It's kind of like a sort of an escapist virtual reality video game combination. It's kind of weird. You can never quite figure out entirely why it exists, whether it's just kind of like a moneymaker or they almost like portray it as though it's sort of like an addictive drug, but it's not. They kind of show like little headsets that people kind of plug into, and in certain cases there's wires and cables and just different ways for people to access this afterlife dream world slash virtual reality video game that they're always trying to beat levels of and work their way up to the final level where they meet death and they try to get to heaven. And it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, if you're into sci-fi stuff along those lines, definitely at least check it out for the creature makeup and the effects and the scenes where you're actually in the dream life, afterlife program are very surreal, and a lot of really cool shots there. Now it is kind of balanced with really stereotypic 80s shots where some of the people are kind of glowing and they're like hologram looking, and pretty cheesy. His acting, I believe Michael Pare is his name. Yeah, I feel like I've seen him in a couple different things. I'm not sure. His acting was pretty good. Her acting, it was decent. But yeah, the rest, oh man, it was pretty rough at times. And I think it was pretty self-aware of what they were trying to achieve in the overall kind of cheesy feel to it. But there were times where you could tell they were trying to really go above and beyond and make it really really intense, and it just kind of fell short. But like I said, with the creature effects, the makeup, um, some of the atmosphere, as well as the construction of some of the props and the setting, especially of the dream life, the afterlife program, those sequences were surprisingly good at times. So yeah, I would recommend this. Especially if you're a fan of futuristic kind of films, and you're up for a cheesy time. Yeah, definitely check this out, especially if you have an Ollie's around you. There were a ton of copies of this, so I'm guessing. I think this is from MPI. Yeah, MPI. Um, you know, if they just sent a mass amount to all the Ollie's stores, that's probably not overseas anywhere, but here in the States, that's a pretty well known discount, overstock, blowout kind of store, that I try to give a lot of business to. They've been dropping a lot of like IFC films there recently, and I've been making some cool pickups there, as well as some like Mill Creek stuff. So anyway, Carver's Gate, very similar to the storyline of Total Recall, with a little bit of a mix of Blade Runner in there. Pretty cool. So if you've seen this, let me know your thoughts. I know my buddy Jason from Horrific Nightmares, whenever I told him about this, he said, yeah, I actually picked up a copy too. It was so cheap, and I don't know if he's seen this yet or not, but I know it was on his watch list. But anyway, I did enjoy it. It was fun. There were a couple points where I kind of wanted to just kind of turn it off because I was just so lost and almost disinterested. But more often than not, it was entertaining, and I really enjoyed the creatures and the special effects and the dream life sequences. It was pretty cool. So Carver's Gate, check it out. Let me know what you think. It's a fun watch. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.